Welcome back, Smeg heads, and welcome to Smug Mode, a Red Dwarf podcast where we discuss the British sci-fi comedy classic Red Dwarf. I am Ben Gilman, as always. I'm joined by Tom Hill.
Hey.
Dan Rudge.
Of Smeg.
And Troy Seven.
Or whatever.
Smooth lads.
Nice.
And today I'm not just here. We are here to talk about Series 7, Episode 2, Stoke Me a Clipper. Smug Mode is now engaged.
Yes.
So this episode, Daredevil pilot Ace Rimmer, seriously wounded after rescuing Princess Bonjela from the Nazis, arrives on board Starbug to recruit Rimmer to take his place as the next Ace Rimmer. Will Rimmer continue the legacy of Ace Rimmer? Smug Mode is now engaged.
This episode was awesome.
This is the best episode of the season.
Okay, this is my favorite. This is my favorite.
In fairness, the bar is not set that high.
Probably of the most seasons, to be honest. This episode.
I don't agree with you guys on that, but that's just.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I love the
It's
episode.
the weakest Ace Rimmer episode.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But
There are only 3. In fairness,
she's not here yet. She's here next week.
Don't talk about her. She doesn't.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
And that shall not be named.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're talking about Voldemort. No, I agree.
Don't talk about it until it has to be talked about.
So, I refuse to talk about that woman until next week. No, I agree with Troy. This is one of my all-time favorites because when I told you about this, Tom, you went, "Really?" I was like, "No, it's my top 5 of all-time episodes."
It doesn't even get close to my top 5. I enjoy it. It makes me laugh. It's a good episode. And within season 7, yeah, it's good. But I don't think it even touches. It might make my. I don't even think it would make my top 10. I haven't really thought about it enough. But
Wow.
Well, the sequence with the beginning with the crocodile and the Nazis is definitely
brilliant.
the best sequence of Red Dwarf so far. Sorry, it just is pound for pound the funniest thing I've seen.
I don't agree with you at all. It's a fantastic sequence. It is not the best sequence ever in Red Dwarf ever.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best, guaranteed.
Oh, Dan,
It's good.
Dan, what does Dan think now? Because it sounds like we could have a split here.
So
Daniel?
the best sequence in Red Dwarf ever. I mean, you've got a lot of really good stuff to think about. I mean, the Sirens episode where they're going through the pockets of reality.
Yeah.
That's a well-used trope, well used and well done. The bar fight scene, they managed to put their own spin on that trope in Gunmen of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like, there's quite a lot of pretty good sequences that you can choose from. I don't think you can call this one the best one ever.
Well, it's a matter of opinion, and obviously for Ben it is, but I think it's debated. It's a brilliant.
It's a great set piece.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and once again it plays with another trope. It's basically like an Indiana Jones type, James Bond 50-50 type thing, and it's beautiful. It's really well done. It takes the piss out of so many of those type of things, and it does it beautifully. Don't get me wrong.
Crocodile surfing is just.
I mean, my favorite bit.
Alligators,
when he shoots the
Oh,
chains.
thank you.
You know when he just shoots the chains off with one bullet from Princess Bonjela? That's my favourite bit of that entire thing because it's just so stupid.
That was
He mentions sex at the end of his introduction to her, and some casual sex.
It was like, "It's my best shot, damn it!" That was funny. That killed me, bro. It's my best shot, damn it.
Look, don't get me wrong. I am not knocking it. I do love this episode. I just don't hold it quite in the same regard as you obviously do, Ben.
Yeah,
That's all.
High regard for me as well. High regard. I love.
Sorry, but it's just not quite as high in my regard personally. But that's me.
Yeah.
I love the Great Escape style jumping over the wall. And then the crocodile, I know it should have come down sooner. I mean, it is a bit of a problem because, that alligator should have fallen a bit quicker.
It's a joke.
But it's a good gag because you forget about the alligator. Bang.
No. Here's it bounced.
It bounced.
Thank you, Dan.
Call me Beryl. No, there was a little joke in there as well. Call me Beryl. So it's like such an older woman's name. That's why it's funny.
But what I want to really pick up on this episode is because obviously he doesn't quite go away because next week he's still in a flashback and he comes back in another episode.
Yeah, but it's only for like 2 minutes, isn't it?
But what I love is Rimmer and Lister aren't. So Lister's very sweet to Rimmer on the way out of this episode. Like, there's a lot of nice touches by Lister.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
But then again, he has also got this virtual shagging problem again that we're coming back to. So obviously, as Dan said, it's hysterical because he's trying to go virtual to shag the king's queen in virtual reality.
Played by Sarah Alexander.
Yeah.
King of
And
Smeg.
if you say she looks like an alien again, Ben, I will.
Lister of Smeg. Lister of Smeg.
I think he means that the big eyes.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she looks like an alien.
I didn't say that.
You did.
She looks like someone that species. Like she'll be someone that hot, but like maybe at the same time. I get what he means, but in terms of like the hotness, I get that.
She looks like someone that got stuck in the wind, and then
come on, Ben.
Stop it.
Come
Ben,
on,
stop it.
Right. Yeah, she's quite hot actually. So, but yeah, this looks like a bit of a laugh, doesn't it? Tom, we spoke previously before we recorded yesterday, or Saturday, sorry, and you pointed out the actors. I didn't clock who the actor was on the king. Who the king was?
What, Brian Cox? Yeah.
Yes.
Legend.
Absolute legend. I love the fact they got him to do it.
Yeah. I saw him. I was like, damn, is that who I think it is? I saw him.
Proper good get, that is.
I was shocked though. I got a top actor right there. Damn.
Lister of Smeg. That is the best name for a night.
Lister of Smeg?
Just having the sheer balls to shag his wife in an open field, not far from him, in front of everyone.
Has anyone got any whipped cream?
And
complete disrespect.
I completely forgot about the cakes on his dick area when they come out of virtual reality. That kind of made
that was funny.
Oh!
I was like, what? He's got some chest around his nuts. I was like, what the heck is going on?
There's our creed. That is definitely cake, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I didn't look too closely because, you know.
Once again, personally, I didn't look too closely either. So I can't say for definite.
Well, I'm completely comfortable in my masculinity, and I can tell you it was basically like a VR helmet, but for his junk.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I'm thinking that, yeah.
Wow, that isn't too far along now in the year 2021, surely.
Right, yeah.
One day VR sex will be a thing. So.
You sound far too excited about that, Ben.
No, I'm not. The bit on the carpet. What's the bit on the carpet? The bit on the carpet. Sorry, keep talking, please.
What happened there?
I've got absolutely no idea.
No idea. Ben rambled off into another dimension.
I've rambled on a note and I don't know what it means. So please feel free to fill the void about this episode, please.
Oh, okay. So, what happens with this whole scene that we've been talking about playing out is basically the VR suite crashes, so they're thrown out of the game.
Yeah.
And Kat's coming in like being a complete mental patient about things and basically saying there's something and there's a real big problem happening. And they say, okay, so say it in a way that we can actually understand, please. Like, give us something, some kind of specifics. Is it, I think Crichton says, is it a wibbly thing or is it?
No, that's the next episode. That's the one with the temporal tear.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Is it a wibbly wobbly thing?
I'm locked out, everything's dead, steering's down, thrusters are down.
Yeah.
We're headed straight for an iron storm.
Well, I do love how Lister says to Ace about Rimmer, you can't confuse Rimmer with a book. For a start, a book's got a spine. Now I'm going to use that insult one day for someone that's a pussy.
I have used that insult.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, my confusion made us miss one of the best lines.
Do it.
Go on.
Go for it.
When Lister's asking what's going on, the red, green, and blue alert signs are all flashing. What is happening? And Crichton's like, well, either we're under attack, sir, or we're having a disco.
Yeah.
I also would like to say that the bit right after that, where you see them running, in the actual script, it says that Crichton is in maximum jog mode.
Maximum jog. That's a good one, maximum jog mode. That's awesome.
It says he waddles speedily towards camera.
Oh, Ace, but when Ace shows up, bro, I love it. Rimmer's reaction is the best, man.
I love Smoke. Stoke me a clip. I'll be back for Christmas, whatever. And then the jet seat just goes flying out on the way as he's about to leave.
Yeah, I think we haven't quite described
There, yeah.
for those who don't know the actual storyline here. Basically, the Ace Rimmer that we see fighting with the crocodile and the Nazis gets shot, and he's dying, and he needs to go and recruit the next Ace Rimmer.
Yes.
So he dimension jumps into the Red Dwarf world that we know, and recruits Rimmer, the Rimmer, to be the next Ace, and it's all about getting him the confidence to believe that he can be the next Ace Rimmer and all that kind of stuff before the previous Ace dies and our Rimmer takes over, which was a useful way of getting Chris Barry out of the main cast because he chose to leave the show at that point.
My brain just worked. The bit on the carpet is the bit where they're meditating and he's like, finger. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, the hamster in the wheel.
Yeah, the hamster wheel.
I'm trying to think because they don't have carpet on the ship. So I was like, oh, it's the magic carpet bit. Good. Okay.
Yeah,
so
when they're in the simulation in the mountains.
Cross legs.
This is where you come to become Ace Rimmer. No, this is where you come to become Maria von Trapp.
Oh god, I love it. I love it.
So my question.
By the way, where in the blue hell does Lister get 2 swords and a full suit of armor from?
I don't know. How did you get the VR set? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we know you want to.
I don't know where you got that from, flipping heck. Oh no.
Right, Ben, what were you going to say before Dan asked that question?
No, I want to know how he does get that suit of armor out of the VR. That's what I want to know. It's a good point.
It's a very good point, yeah. I don't know. You just have to accept it, I guess. There is no other way to do it. You just kind of gonna go, okay, fine.
Lister's quite sly here. He's trying to. He basically says, Rimmer, yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. He's trying to get him ready for the Ace Rimmer role.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As if,
yeah.
If you think about it, this was really, really nicely done. That one scene you're talking about, because you really play on everything that's in their relationship.
Yeah.
Really simply, but the entire time the audience is going, no one else could do this. And they're also going, how's he going to sabotage it for him?
Yeah.
And the nice bit is he doesn't.
It's true. Because the first thing you think is like, oh my days, Lister's going to say something or do something that's going to mess it up.
And he doesn't even embarrass him in front of Crichton. They don't know.
No.
They don't know that's, Yeah,
true.
actually, in answer to your question, Ben, the excuse that Lister gives for the Rimmer dying is that something escaped from the AR machine. So these things must be able to get out and become solid theoretically if they accept that excuse. So that's probably
there's a fucking horror.
That's how he would get the costume.
Why have they not done that for an episode? That would be a fantastic idea.
But that might be how he got the costume. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a plot error, but I'm just trying to think of ways around it because they don't question the idea that something came out of the AI machine or the AR machine.
Seriously, that's some quick thinking.
There you go. Didn't waste years at university.
But there is a joke. No, there is a joke that hologram River to Ace when he's talking to him when he was like literally fading off, like dying. He goes like a reject from a gay pride disco. That was dying. That was funny.
lot of homophobe jokes from Rimmer though,
That was dying.
Yeah.
That was fucking me.
which haven't aged greatly.
No.
That killed me.
But it's not done in such a nasty
No, but
way.
he does it in a good way. Yeah,
It's
he does it in like a funny
noticeable.
way.
It's like, ooh.
And the whole time when he was trying to be Ace, he was talking like I writ down on my notes. I writ down sounded like Stewie.
Yes.
His voice became high pitched, higher and higher each time he was saying something.
Iron balls.
He goes, let's talk about this. Shall we pick up a pot of tea and some toasted muffins? That's what I written down in Stewie's voice.
Goodbye, iron balls. I got that.
His voice just kept getting higher and higher, and I was just dying the whole time.
I love the fact they went to the effort of dressing up the sex doll as his
Yeah,
wig.
yeah. Oh yes, I written that down as well. I written that down.
Yes.
Rachel, what was the doll's called?
Rachel, yeah.
God.
Ended up being his widow.
I'm gonna switch it slightly onto the negatives here for why this isn't. I like the episode, but there are things about it that I don't like.
Okay.
If that makes sense, and it's a lot to do with kind of like the canon of Red Dwarf. Like when we met Ace Rimmer in what was it, season 4, Dimension Jump in season 4. At the end of that episode, it says that he can number one. It says that he can never dimension jump backwards, so he can never go to a dimension he's already been to.
Oh yeah.
And number 2, it also gives a thing about how Ace travelled all over the place and met many Rimmers, but never one as annoying as the one he met on Red Dwarf.
Mm.
So it kind of messes with the storyline thing, because the other time Ace Rimmer has only appeared in properly appeared in 3 episodes, which was Dimension Jump, Polymorph 2, and this one.
Yeah.
And the second time, it's not actually Ace Rimmer. It's with his snidiness and all these things removed by a polymorph.
Yeah.
So that didn't break with the timeline.
Mm.
Whereas this one actually completely goes against its own things that it set up in season 4. And although it's not a bad thing, it just kind of grates with me ever so slightly.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that as well. Because like every time he was jumping, I was like, couldn't he not jump anymore? I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, where did this version come from? I was thinking.
So I mean, I understand that Chris Barry deciding to leave was a tricky thing for them to have to work with, and the fact that he agreed to do some episodes is a testament to him, actually, because he could have just gone, no, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
But he was willing to work with them to find a way of writing him out believably.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so I understand that they've done it. It's necessity has caused invention, which is fine.
Mm.
But it messes with your own canon, and it just I think that's where my issue with this episode is, because the episode is fine. It's enjoyable. There's good moments. It's got good beats. It runs well, and it makes sense.
Okay.
And Ace Rimmer is a brilliant character.
So I've got a question for you then, because season 8 Rimmer is obviously another Rimmer, because Nanobot. Hold on. So season 9, because that Rimmer died. So what bloody hell is season Dave Rimmer gonna be then?
Well, according to Grant Naylor, it's the original Rimmer is the one in seasons 10, 11, and 12.
How?
He says he can't explain it, but it's the original Rimmer, is what he's saying. He's never tried to explain it, and I think it's just too confusing. Basically, it's the one from season 1. It's the hologram.
Show as we go on, it's going to get worse.
It's the hard light hologram. It's the one from season 1. The canon version from season 1 to season 7 is the one who appears in seasons 10, 11, and 12.
AKA the BBC one. Yeah.
Is the short answer to that.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey, that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Yes, that's exactly.
I didn't even bring Doctor Who up, so
No, I didn't bring it up until you said it, but yeah.
But, yeah, well done. Anyway, so you know what? I actually think this episode's not as good as I thought it was, but it's still my favorite. No, I'm a big fan because I watched this episode so many times when I was younger. For some reason.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's a good episode. But part of me, and I said I wouldn't mention this woman, but it's the fact that it's the last episode before she shows up. Probably puts it in a good light for most people.
If you don't like us woman bashing, you might want to.
No. I'm not woman bashing.
No, we're not. we'll just
That
have to say
choice.
the actress is not very good. We like female actors.
Pick it up.
Precisely.
We're not punching down.
No.
But
Kachansky is not supposed to be a bargain basement Sigourney Weaver.
No.
Yeah. The creation, the bringing in of Kachansky, and I will say this in the next episode, but bringing in Kachansky to replace Rimmer is a brilliant move.
Just the wrong actress.
But yeah, exactly. We will get into this in the next episode, and we
will try to avoid punching down on her as much as possible. But if there's something she does that annoys us, we will bring it up. We will try not to make every episode between here and season 9. We hate Kachansky.
No,
not everything she does is terrible.
No,
that's true. That's true.
No. We're not. When she's not terrible. It's just a disappointment from what they could have done. That's the problem.
Yeah, but we'll get to her next week.
So yeah, we will get to her next week. But I think that the reason that you like this episode so much is it's got a character you love.
Yeah,
who's returning, and it's before something you know is going to make you unhappy happening on the next episode.
I know.
So
I also hate
a special
Nazis,
place for you
so
in
that's
your
also
mind.
helpful. Yeah, lovely. I hate Nazis. That's most probably right. Watching a Nazi get punched in the face is always fun. Anyway, so are we done?
I'm just trying to think. Are there any quotes that we've missed that are worth mentioning, other than the absolutely terrible? I bet he's a sauerkraut. At the beginning.
I applauded it.
Oh, I think we forgot about. Cause I literally written this down as well. Cause I was going to say earlier, but I literally forgot. When the lister was dressed up as a knight and he put blanks. It was blanks in the gun to make them believe that he was the actual Ace Rimmer. But yeah, like he was with the next Rimmer.
No, that was clever.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Little tidbit there. But yeah.
But why do they never ever go back to using that AR? I'd be on that AR all the bloody time.
Exactly.
I would.
My gosh, it's like so underused.
I would like to see Craig Charles stop grinding though. This is like he keeps doing it. It's like constantly.
Red Dwarf has to be out of rubber seals by now.
Rubber seals.
Nice.
Okay. So I think we're done.
I think we've probably got it. On that note.
Okay. So it's goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Bye for me.
Was für ein Kerl.
The bitch is here next week. That's all fucking run away.